We need to coexist. Coexistence is not a choice, a hope, or an aspiration. It's a reality of where we are. Because the world is full of all of us. From those who smile to those who shout, those who march to those who observe, those who agree to those who disagree. And whether we can see it or not, the world has a place for us all too. And if it feels like coexistence is difficult, that's because it is. Remember, it wasn't a casual effort that King, Mandela, Parks, and so many others undertook. It was neither a walk in the park, nor a gentle stroll. It was a struggle, a long walk to freedom, and a journey through the darkest valley. And it was driven by a purpose, in a belief that through civility, we can transform. From this belief, we have been able to witness that out of the most challenging of days, something truly special has emerged. We've seen that after nearly 20 years of being berated, harassed, and jailed, King still had the spirit and the conviction to remind us that through violence you may murder a hater, but you can't murder hate through violence. We've seen that in a cell on Robben Island, after years of isolation and imprisonment, Mandela was able to find the humanity in those who jailed him, to learn how to forgive and to lead with that forgiveness. And from the back of that Montgomery bus, we've seen how Ms. Parks was able to respond to an absurd indignation with dignity and resilience. Through their actions, our world has been transformed. Their struggle has written our story and laid the foundation for our coexistence. And while it is a great tragedy that so many men and women, our mothers and our fathers, have had to experience the darkest corners of humanity in order to guide us on the path of civility, it is a greater tragedy still when we choose not to follow their example and fail to carry the torch that they passed us. When we reach for a stone instead of opening an ear. When we're quick with an insult instead of practicing compassion. Because at the end of the day, we are more than a color, more than a label, and even more than a vote. We're people who are connected by more similarities than we actually know. And come rain or shine, good or bad, optimistic or bleak, we're in this together. This is our story. And just as our path has been transformed by our mothers and our fathers, so too must we know that we are also mothers and fathers to a new generation. That there are those who are looking to us to see how we respond, to see how we interact, and to see how we foster civility in our daily lives. And ultimately, there's a generation who is looking to us to learn how to coexist. What will we teach them? Thank you.